Hello, everyone. Hope everyone has a good day today. Well, over the last several days since the Charlie Kirk assassination, I've been trying to keep up to date as much as reasonably as possible with doing some traveling on the road for family reasons. And last night, I'm listening to one of my usual daily shows, and I'm still hearing that people are talking about how both sides, the far left and the far right, need to tone things down. And I have said in the past that that just isn't going to happen. And the Charlie Kirk assassination has kind of solidified that in my mind. Yet these people keep talking about how can we calm things down. And after an hour of debate, they pretty much come to the conclusion it's probably not going to happen. And where I can see that you can carry on a discussion about wanting something to happen or hope it happens, but at the end of every discussion, you come to the conclusion that it's probably not going to happen. And I've been saying that in my videos for quite a while now. The far right and the far left have no intention of calming down, turn the heat down against each other. It just isn't going to happen. Now, the question is, it's one I've said before, and I'm going to say it again. When does one side take that big move to take complete control and start negating the other side? Because you can't take control and then still have someone always nipping at your backside. You can't get anything done with that. So if you're going to take control of stuff, you need to get rid of the opposition, and there's plenty out there. You would think, some of these people who are elected mayors, like the mayor of Memphis, is now out there defiantly saying he does not support the federal government coming in and helping lower the crime rates in Memphis. But he doesn't seem to be able to take care of lowering it himself. But of course, now he's a low-life, dirty-ass liberal, and he doesn't want help. He just wants crime to go rampant throughout Memphis, instead of saying, thank you, please, help us, And then my understanding is that Muriel Bowser, the mayor of D.C., now is kind of, changing her colors again and kind of coming out and saying, like, well, we did appreciate the federal government coming in to help us, but we really didn't need it. It would have been fixed on its own. But on its own, it hadn't gotten fixed. So these people are persistent. You have to just come down and just accept the fact the libs are persistent. But the conservative side has to come down and make sure that they are more persistent, that they will not give in to the liberal side. The liberal side is more energized. The conservative side is energized, but in a different way. But they have to be, they have to keep that energy going. Too many times the conservative side just, they raise a fuss, then they just kind of go back and do their own thing. And they don't stay energized, and they don't stay focused. But the liberal side gets energized and they stay focused. So until the conservative side learns it has to act just as bad or worse than the liberal side if it wants to come out on the winning side in the long run, it's going to have to change its methods. It's going to have to start saying, we need to change this, but maybe we really shouldn't. That might not be nice, we should be doing that to the libs, but, well, I'd rather go drink some beer someplace rather than cause trouble. And the libs, all they do is live to cause trouble. They love who's out there rioting and protesting in the streets. It's not conservatives, it's libs, okay? Everywhere you go, if there's rioting, destruction of property stuff, it's not the conservatives doing it, it's the libs, So you've got to take the attitude of what the libs do. What's good for the libs is good for the conservatives. And that does not, I'm not meaning that the conservatives have to go out and destroy property. They have to take their anger out on the libs. And until that happens, the libs have the upper hand. Now, I'm sorry to ramble a little bit, but it really annoys me when I'm sitting here watching people talk about stuff, hoping that this particular action will happen, knowing full well it's not. Why don't you just talk the truth, folks? Why don't you just spit it out and talk the truth that there's probably little chance of the two sides ever coming together and saying, well, let's work together as one country. It ain't going to happen no matter how much you wanted to. It's not. And the sides, when it's like this Charlie Kirk assassination, only solidifies the two sides even more. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again, the country will fix this issue because people at some point are going to say enough is enough. We need this fighting to stop. And we really don't care which, I mean, we do, but we want the fighting to, and the disputes and all that just to come to an end. Which side has the bigger balls to step up and say, it's going to be us, and we're going to do whatever it takes, instead of coming up with a gazillion excuses? Forget about Congress. Congress is absolutely useless. The senators are useless, and the members of the House are useless. Forget about them. It's going to have to be the public that's going to take charge and make the change, But anyway, when will this happen? Don't know. Can't predict. But I do predict it's going to happen at some point, somehow. It's going to have to. The country just can't keep operating like this, tearing itself apart and, in a sense, getting further and further apart. Like I said, it will fix itself somehow, sometime. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and have a good one.